question. Separates. Do you really think it'll make that much of a difference?
I haven't tried it yet. I can't wait to get this Marantz up and running in the living room. I got to move the Pioneer down into the studio and take the Marantz upstairs, and then give Joe my Denon. So
I've only done one test like back to back, and with a Marantz, what was it? The SR 8015 versus the AV 7706. And me and a friend of mine, we didn't think we were going to hear a difference using the pre-out mode or preamp mode in the SR 8015, because in my brain I'm thinking they made it to kind of be like a pre-pro. We didn't experience that. Now, could that have been Odyssey kind of calibrating two different ways? Possibly. So I can't 100% say that, okay, it was the pre-pro that made that difference. I just know that our ears absolutely heard a difference in the pre-pro versus the SR 8015. And I caught a bunch of flack from that because they're like, well, Gene measured the the preamps on the SR 8015. I'm like, I can't tell you what they measure. I can tell you.
God, who cares what Gene says? Gene, you're a fool.
I'm just saying.
I love you, Gene. Just kidding.
Yeah.
Not really.
But the reality is not everything that you can measure can your ears hear. So I don't know that.
It's a person by person basis on that.
Well, I think Michael, you nailed it though. You nailed it though. Is that because you had to run Odyssey on both?
Correct.
There could be whatever that does that's different could be a huge, more difference than can possibly that I think would happen. Just from
so
measurement standpoint.
I can't guarantee that if you go to separates, you're going to be like, oh my gosh, this was amazing. I don't know that
religious experience. Yeah, you can't say that, right?
Yeah,
I think if you have speakers that are like kind of just generally hard to drive, then a separate amplifier probably makes more sense.
Sure. Well, how about this though? If your AVR already has pre-outs and you're using power amplification, do you expect to see a huge difference going to a dedicated pre-pro where it doesn't have any amplifiers built in? We had the Yamaha guy here, and he was kind of saying, well, we have a dedicated, power supply that runs all this, and so it's a cleaner thing.
Right. Yeah.
Like maybe I would think like possibly like in signal to noise, that's probably where I would expect the difference to be made. But if your speakers are like average sensitivity, or if you're sitting really close, then it probably doesn't. Well, unless you're sitting really close.
Yeah, I can see that. So
personally speaking, though, if I had the money, I'm going to run separates just because. And I can't give you a good reason for it. I just tell you that's what I prefer, and that's what I'm using now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know too many people that have gone to separates that have gone back to an AVR.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. So Tristan says separates made a difference for me. Marantz 7706 and Monolith 11X.
Great combo.
Back, youth man. Yeah. I have used the Monolith with the Denon 6500 and didn't have the separation and panning the Marantz Pre-Pro gave me. So there's
the sticky part that I'm on is I'm on like around a $2,000 budget.
Okay.
For the receiver or snipper.
Sure.
I do have a Basex A4 for the Atmos speakers.
Okay.
Power those. So yeah.
So you're talking. So
you need to get an amp
for a processor and an amplifier.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's either
that's going to be tough.
Another like a 7-channel amp.
Yeah.
With a processor, or just get one receiver that would do.
I think
that's a tough call.
I think Emotiva is probably going to be the only
the cheapest
one.
route.
Yeah, I think they just came out with a Emotiva. I think it's a basics processor.
Yeah. Oh, the processor.
Yeah, here it is right here.
An inexpensive one that's like $1,200 or something.
Yes, PT1. No, that's a stereo.
Try that. I would like to try that because that's such a good deal.
Yeah.
The EQ software on that sucks, though. I heard it wasn't the best.
Well, yeah.
That's
here's the thing: you're paying $1,000 compared to $2,000 or $2,400.
Actually, it's the Marantz Pre-Pro, the 7706 is $3,000.
Okay,
so
but, so you can get about $2,500 on up. So you're talking an extra $1,500. Well, most of those other higher end processors are going to have, Dirac. They're going to have some other type of processing.
Mhm. Yeah.
So they have to cut corners. So by using their own in-house
room correction,
EmoQ, I didn't even know they still had it. So that's pretty wild to me. I remember I had it a long time ago in the RMC one. It was garbage, like pretty bad. But again, they may have, I mean, that was 15 years ago almost. So a lot has hopefully changed in that. But I would say you're looking at the Basics MC1. It's a 13 channel processor. Supports Dolby Atmos, DTS:X. But again, like you said, they've got probably their own room correction. Tone Winner.
Yep.
I'm not familiar with Tone Winner, but I think somebody mentioned that they have a very affordable processor.
Emotiva MC1 is $999 with 13 channels.
Correct.
Yep.
So that would be an option. Tone Winner processor.
Or the other thing is just wait and save up.
So $1,400
for those other things.
So $1,400. There is a Tone Winner A300.
That's a 16 channel, right? Or
16 channel pre-pro, $1,400. So more than likely, that's going to be your two options if you're wanting to try to get in the budget of $2,000 for a processor and another amplifier to power the rest of your speakers.
Or you can go my idea and just throw more money at it.
You could.
I would honestly, if you want to go like the pre-pro route, I would say save up. I would, maybe in the next 6 to 8 months, get that 7-channel amplifier and
because you can always use that. That's true.
Right. And prepare for it. Right. And then that way you'll have it. And then when it's time to step up to the pre-pro, then you can do it. You can you don't have to get everything at once. A lot of people are like, oh man, you got this amazing system. And this shit's taken fucking years to get this thing to go. Together.
That's what I've been doing. I've been buying little bit by little bit. So it's not a big hit at once.
Enjoy the journey, man. It's a process. Don't worry about the end result.
It's fun.
Yeah.